So, probability and odds. So we're looking at the probability is the likelihood of the occurrence of a particular event. Your probability is always between 0 and 1, inclusive, of course. That means it's possibility to have a 0 probability. It's possible to have a 100% probability chance of something happening. But normally it's between 0 and 1. All right. So the way we will calculate or find the probability. Oh, somebody said something in the chat. Make sure you don't let me close out before answering that question. All right, so stay on. Make sure you don't let me leave. All right, so you're going to take the number of outcomes in your event and place it over the number of outcomes in your sample space. All right. So P of E, that's what this is, and that just represents the probability of your event E occurring. So once again, the number of outcomes in your event over the number of outcomes in your sample space. Don't forget, we talked about sample space last class. Sample space is the total number of possible outcomes in your experiment. All right. So first example, or first exercise, we have a single die is rolled. Find the probability of rolling a 3. First one is the probability of rolling a 3. So notice the first thing we want to do is find the sample space first. Whenever dealing with the probability, it's always easiest to find the sample space first. In other words, establish your total number of outcomes or establish all of the outcomes possible. So when rolling a die or rolling dice, if you have played a board game or done other things with dice, you know that you have 6 faces, 1 through 6. You know, we have the little.
Are you able to go back up a little bit?
How far?
I just have to see the red. That's all. The red part. Arrow.
Oh, you're talking about right there. All right. So looking at the sample space, it's 1 through 6. Now I do want to make sure that we were okay with the idea that this 1 through 6 are our possible outcomes. This 6 right here has nothing to do with this 6 right here. And what I mean by that is that if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, the number of outcomes would still be 6. So you're just talking about the number of possible outcomes. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangle, and the number of outcomes would still be 6. So I just want to make sure we didn't say that because this ends in 6, and that means this would be 6. No, this right here is just the number of possible outcomes in your sample space. All right. Now the number of outcomes in my event is 1 because we want to know the probability of rolling a 3. There's only 1 3 on the die. And so we take the number of our event, place it over the number of our sample space. And that's why we have 1 out of 6. You have a 1 out of 6 chance of rolling a 3. So get the number of outcomes in your sample space, number of outcomes in your event, place the number of outcomes in your event over the number of outcomes in your sample space, and that will be your probability. All right. B, what's the probability of rolling an even number? So when you talk about even numbers in your sample space, that'll be 2, 4, and 6. So that means there are 3 even numbers in the sample space. All right, so we placed that 3 over the 6. We haven't changed the problem, so our sample space, the number of our sample space is still 6. So that's 3 over 6. That'll be 1 over 2, or half. 50% chance of getting that even number. Any problems? And then C, rolling a number greater than 4. So numbers greater than 4 within that sample space, just 5 and 6. So we have 2 numbers that fit that criteria. Place the 2 over 6, and that'll be, got 1/3 or 1 out of 3 chance of getting a number that's greater than 4. All right, questions? Any questions? Make sure we're all right. All right, everybody good? First scroll up. All right, so in this next one, a fair coin is tossed 3 times. What is the probability that 2 heads and 1 tail are tossed? All right, so remember we did that tree before with the true false test. So I did that same thing here, in which, we explore the possibility of flipping the coin, landing tails first. Then it's possible it can go tails or heads. Then for each one of those, it can go tails or heads. It's really the same exact thing that we did, it's just that we're doing tails and heads versus true and false. Then we explore the possibility of landing heads first, tails, heads, or then tails, heads for each one of those possible outcomes. All right. And we see that we get 8 possible outcomes. So that's the number of our sample space. Now this right here is our sample space. All right. Now the event is 2 heads, 1 tail. So out of the sample space, you would go back and examine, okay, where do I see 2 heads and 1 tail? And that's right here in these 3 spots. And since there are 3 outcomes for this event, you'll take that 3 and place it over the 8, and that will be the probability. All right, any questions before we go to the next one? All right, anybody still copying? Can I scroll up? All right, so next one, two fair dice are tossed. What is the probability that the sum of the pips on the upward faces of the two dice equals 8? So the pips are the dots, that are on the die or the dice. All right. So the first thing we want to establish, just like before, is our sample space. And so we will look over here, when we talk about establishing our sample space, we're talking about all of the combinations that rolling die one and die two can create. So in other words, you're talking about die one being one, die two being one, then 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, then 2, 1,
Excuse
2,
me.
2. Yes.
My computer is like buffering a lot. Just
Mm-hmm.
letting you know that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was still writing down a fair coin. It hasn't even moved yet.
Ooh. All right. Anybody else having an issue, or is it just her? Everybody good? Anybody? Everybody still flowing with me?
Yeah, I guess it's just me. It's my computer, but it's
Okay.
not working. Like I'm
Gotcha.
speaking through Jordan's computer, my phone.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Cool. All right. So, the way we establish the number of possible outcomes for our two dice, is that we have the number of faces, which is 6 in each case, and we use our fundamental counting principle and we multiply those two together, which will give us 36 possible outcomes. So that will always be the case for us. Now, let's say if one die had 6 faces and the other die had 8 faces, then you would do 6 times 8, which will give us 48 possible outcomes. But of course, in this case, both of them have 6 faces. 6 times 6 will be 36 for us. So our sample space number will be 36. So of course, you don't want to get into the idea of having to list them all out. So the way you do that is multiply the two options together, 6 times 6. All right. So now our event is rolling an 8. So you look at all of the possible outcomes that you could create by, rolling an 8. So in other words, 2 plus 6 will give you 8. Die 1 being 2, die 2 being 6, die 1 being 3, die 2 being 5, and then 4 and 4. Die 1 being 5 and die 2 being 3 is another combination. So you have to consider that, and then also 6 and 2. So we have 5 possible outcomes in our event. All right. So once you establish, both of those, 36 outcomes for your sample space, 5 for your event, take that 5, place it over 36. That's our answer. Any questions? All right. Very good. All right, next one, calculating odds. You want to know the odds in favor of event E. Take the number of favorable outcomes, place it over the number of unfavorable outcomes. If you want to know the odds against, you just flip the fraction, have unfavorable over the favorable. So it's the same two numbers, just that if you're talking about odds in favor, you have favorable over the unfavorable. But if you're talking about odds against, you take your unfavorable number, put it over the favorable number. All right, so let's see how we're gonna make this work. Everybody okay? All right. So looking at an example that's going to talk about this one, says if a pair of dice is rolled once, what are the odds in favor of rolling a sum of 7? All right. So we already know we rolling 2 dice. Our sample space is going to be 36. Total number of outcomes, 36. Now we need to figure out how many different ways can we roll a 7 though. So that's what I have right here on the left side. All the different ways you can roll a 7. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 1. So we have 6 different ways of rolling a 7. So that will be 6 favorable outcomes. All right. So if we have 36 total outcomes and 6 of them are favorable, that means 30 would be unfavorable. So that's what we did here, 36 minus 6.
What do you mean by favorable and unfavorable?
When you say, in other words, it works on behalf, let me say, not on behalf, but it works in favor of what you're trying to accomplish. So your goal here is try to get a 7. So how many different ways can you roll a 7? And it will be these 6 right here. So those are the 6 favorable outcomes. Those are the outcomes that roll a 7 for you. And so all of the other outcomes out of the 36 don't roll a 7. So those will be considered unfavorable. All right. Did I explain that okay? Did that help?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I just want to make sure you were good. So just make sure, just say it again, just reiterate before we go ahead. So the favorable outcomes in this case are the ones that actually roll the 7 for us. And that would be these 6 right here. All the other ones, the other 30 do not give us a 7. So the other 30 would be considered unfavorable outcomes. So odds in favor means you would take that 6, place it over the 30, and then simplify it. That would be 1 over 5. If they were to ask you what odds against, you would just flip that fraction. It would be 5 over 1. All right. Any questions before we roll up to the next one? I think this is the last thing we're going to discuss today. Everybody good? All right. So relationship between odds and probability. So suppose E is an event in the sample space, and the odds in favor of E are A over B. So odds in favor, what we just finished doing, as a matter of fact, in favor, 1 over A over B, excuse me. Then you can find the probability of the event by doing A over A plus B. Then suppose E is an event in a sample space, then the odds in favor would be taking the probability and placing the probability over 1 minus that probability. So it just depends on which one you have and which one they're asking of you. You convert it from odds in favor to probability, or probability to odds in favor. All right, we scroll up. All right. So in 2010, the racehorse Drosselmeyer won the Belmont Stakes, beating the favorite Icebox. The odds against Drosselmeyer winner were 12 to 1. What was the probability of Drosselmeyer winning the race? So we have the odds against Drosselmeyer winning, and we want to know what's the probability, or what was the probability of Drosselmeyer winning the race. All right. So what's key here is that we want to turn, they gave us odds against Drosselmeyer, and we want to turn it into probability. So they asked us, what is the probability? But they gave us odds against. Now, if we want to convert that to probability, we need the odds in favor. Okay. And so remember, the relationship between odds in favor and odds against is just flipping the fraction. Right. All right. So we have odds against is 12 over 1. So that means odds in favor will be 1 over 12. And that makes A 1 and B 12. And so it says if we want to convert that odds in favor to probability, we would do A over A plus B. And that's what I did right here. And that's 1 over 13. All right. Questions? Any questions? Everybody good? Everybody straight? All right, so that's the last one out of 12-3. Like I mentioned earlier, we will knock out 12-4 next class and then go from there. Like one of your classmates mentioned, if you haven't seen the email, I went ahead and posted that quantitative reasoning test. So I'll go ahead and knock that out. That's in Blackboard. Only 21 questions, just based on your reasoning. Of course, if you have any
So
questions.
what kind of questions did you say is on the test? I'm sorry.
Like reasoning skills. Let me see. Was one of the questions that were up there. Let's see if I still have it pulled up. If it don't kick me out, I'll be good. Okay. Somebody right on my screen.
I saw in the email that you said that we're going to do like a test on reasoning skills and stuff like that. Is that like based on like equations and math, or is it just based on how we're doing in class?
No, it's based on so like a question says, they give you a graph and it says, from the graph just say which one is true. So you have to read the graph. So company A has the lowest score, company C has the lowest score. What's another question? At the start of a basketball game, each of the 5 starters from the home team shakes hands with each of the 5 starters from the visiting team. How many handshakes occur? So you will have to, go through your process of figuring out how many handshakes are going to occur.
It's all
Family.
word problems.
Yep. So a family has a monthly income of $3,600. Use the pie chart to estimate the cost of transportation each month. So either word problems or they got graphs. Word problems or graphs. So, yep. Just stuff like that. Make you think a little bit. So one is temperature is 25 degrees Fahrenheit at 5 o'clock. If the temperature drops 6 degrees Fahrenheit every hour after that, what is the temperature at 9 o'clock? So, you would count down, you know, try not to give you the answers, but yeah, so that's how you would do it. Just take your reasoning skills and it's all multiple choice. All of them multiple choice answers. Yep. Any other questions on that? So if you can't figure it out, got 25% chance. A, B, C, D. Spell abracadabra, something like that, Any other questions before we close out? Got it good, everybody straight.
I have questions on
No, sir.
10.3, homework 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I'm getting to it because my computer is buffering, so it's like taking its time.
All right, all of y'all buffering computers. So with that being said, if you don't have any other questions, you guys can take it easy and go ahead and log off. If you want to stay for their questions, feel free to do so. But have a great weekend, be safe, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, Professor. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, you do the
You
same.
have a great weekend, Professor.
Thanks, you do the same, sir. All right, let's see. So you said 10.3.
Yeah, 10.3, homework 5 and 7.
Now, were you
And
want to
then
email me?
10.2.
You didn't email me about that graph, did you? And the dots. That wasn't you, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that wasn't
Yeah, she must not have came today because I was supposed to answer her questions. Okay. So you said 10.3, number 5. All right. So
Yeah, 10.3.
now, did you have an
I
idea of
tried
how to do it?
everything, and yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have an idea of how to do it. I have it written down. I'm just trying to let me try to find it. So what I did was, I'm getting to the problem. So 10.3. Gosh, just needs to hurry up. It's slow.
That's how it always happens when when you got somebody waiting on you. You got to make you wait. So.
Okay, so let me get my problem up, and let me get my answers I have so far of how I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Down somewhere. Okay, here it is. So what I did was XY. So first I did 40,000, comma 3,000 400 together, and that's XY, and that's X, and that's Y. So that's X1 and Y1, right? And so then after that, I did the same thing for X2 and Y2 for the rest of the two numbers, right? And so then I put it in Y2 and Y2 minus Y1, X2 minus X1.
That's
So
right.
I did 4,400 minus 3,400, and I did 60,000 minus 40,000, and I got 1,000, and I got 20,000.
Okay.
Correct? And then after that, I've got 5%, and so that's 0.005. Correct?
Hold on. You said you got 5%?
Yeah, I divided it. Is that wrong?
Let me get to my notes and get to where you're at.
Doing it so many times. I was like, what am I doing wrong?
So you can see the notes, right?
Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, my notes. Oh.
No, I'm talking about my notes.
Oh, I got. Oh.
So you said.
And I got.
Start showing it this way. Okay, so you said you said what over what now? You said was it 60,000 minus 40,000?
Yeah. 40,000 and oh, that's on the bottom. That's on the bottom. At the
Oh yeah,
top
yeah, 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 yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah. Right.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And at the top is 4,400
Mm-hmm. 400.
minus 3,400.
Right. Okay, I'm
And
with
then
you
I
now.
divided by that, and I got 1,000 um, divided by 20,000.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That is right.
Okay, I'm
And
with you now.
then, okay, so then I did,
Yeah, so you had 0.05. That's
yeah, so
possible.
then I
Okay.
got, I have to go, I'm going back everything now.
So you should have did y1 minus y1 m times x minus x1. Why is my pen this thin like
Divide by,
this?
Hey, I don't mean to
and then I
interrupt, but
got,
Mr. Tucker, I was
Yeah.
just wondering if I could schedule a time with you tomorrow.
Yeah, shoot me that email. Shoot me an email so I can see what my schedule look like.
Okay.
So yeah, don't forget, because then what'll happen is once I set up once we agree upon a time, I'll shoot you a Zoom link for that time. So that's why I say we might as well establish the email, because that's what's gonna have to happen anyway.
Okay, I'll just shoot you an email.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh. All
I
right,
don't know
so
what I'm doing wrong. And then after that, I have my y, right? And
Mhm.
then I did minus 3,400, correct?
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then I put an equal, and then I put m, but I can put that as 5, right?
Yeah, that 0.05.
Or I just, oh,
What happened?
well, yes.
Did you do it as
I think
0.05 or
that's
just
I think
5?
that's what messed me up.
Say again.
I put 0.005.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
that messed me up.
Oh, that'll do it now. If that's what you did, let's see 20,000.
And then
Yeah, because I got
I put
0.05.
X.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then I
put
put
40,000
X.
right here.
Oh, I do that. Okay.
Mhm.
Because every time I put a minus, a negative with the 44,000.
Say that one more time.
Because even though it's not a negative, I still put it because then it's like plus.
All right,
Change
hold
it to
on.
a plus.
Hold on. So you put a negative right here with the negative?
Yeah. But I put it
Oh,
in parentheses.
but you wouldn't do that unless 40,000 was negative. So it
Oh.
stays
So is that with
minus.
every?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh.
The only way you can do that is if you had negative 40,000 and then 3,400. So then you will put negative in there with the parentheses. But if you don't have negative 40,000, you just put in 40,000 and it stays x minus 40,000.
I think that's what tricked me.
Oh yeah, that'll
Well,
do it
then
now.
after that, then you have to do plus 300, 400 on both sides. Correct.
Mhm.
Oh, we put it
You got
in.
to distribute. That'll be 0.05x minus 2,000. And then you would add, I don't understand why my pen is so thin up here. Anyway, add 3,400. Cancel here. So y is equal to 0.05x plus 1,400.
Because it asks me, find the equation of the line that passes through the given points, use x.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there?
Yep, this is it right here.
Really?
At least it should be. You don't have your computer up yet?
And then I have it up, and then I put that answer in. So
Yeah, type that in, see if it gives you the
and what? Let me see. That don't make any sense. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
So you said your numbers are 44. Oh no, I didn't want to erase. So you said these are your numbers. What? Give me my pen back. Okay. These are your numbers for point one or point two, and these are your numbers for point one. So you got 6,000, 60,000, and 4,400, and then you got 40,000 and 3,400.
So it says 40,000 in the monthly sales and account executive would receive compensation of 3,400.
Mm-hmm.
And on 60,000 in a monthly sales of compensate of 4,400.
Mm-hmm.
So it still
Yeah.
said it's wrong. Should
Yeah,
I
so-
share screen?
Yeah, hold on. Let me give you the capability of doing so. Let me stop my share.
Because I was doing it so many times and I still doing it wrong.
Trying to get to you.
I'm just trying to get, I don't want no 70. I'm just trying to get a B. It's a B. Simple B or A. That's what I want. I don't want no C. I want a B on every homework assignment. If I can get a B, I'll just keep a B.
You good. So I just made you a co-host. You should be able to share now.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Share. Can you see my screen now?
It's coming up.
You see it.
All right. You see it now.
You see it?
Yep.
And then
Hold
it's
on.
question 5.
Oh, that's why you didn't put y equals. Put y equals 0.05x. That's 1,400.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh wait, not y plus, y equals. And then I'm just gonna submit it just in case to see if it's right, because I always do that, and then I just go on to the next problem answer.
Yeah, that's fine.
What? I just need a y equals.
Yep.
Don't make it what?
Well, see, look at the one under it. Look at number 6. They put y equals on the outside of the box, so you didn't need it. But in the one, number 5, they didn't do that, so you had to put y equals.
I was doing it so many times, like I was doing it wrong, but all I needed was a y equals. Are you kidding me? Oh
Yep.
wow, that's crazy.
And so so now you just put that
And then my next
95,000 in there.
I do
Say that again.
that. So I just need to plug it in. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's crazy. They do too much. Woo. Asking for more. And then this one is 6,150. And then I have one more. Wow, that's all I needed. Save, and I'm just submitting. I just need a B. That's all I want to be. Yep, I'm done. I'm not even going to do the other question. The other question, I'm just going to show you what the other one is. I didn't have. It's question 7.
Yeah.
And it was this. I did so much how to do this, and I did I did X1 and Y1 and X2 and Y2, and I still got the wrong answer. And I'm just not gonna do it.
Well, it's the same thing that you just did with the last one. So X is 3, X1 is 3. Okay, go ahead. Hello.
Oh, you can go. I'm following you.
Okay. I thought you were saying so. Yeah. So X1 is 3 and Y1 is -7, and then X2 can be -3 and Y2 is 23. And so you would do that whole same thing, find your slope, then use X1, Y1 for your equation, and then you would plug 4 into the equation to figure out what your Y would be. So, let's see.
Should I unshare my screen?
Hold on.
You want me to stop sharing?
No, it's okay. I got it. So, you know, the way you would handle that problem, X1, Y1, wasn't that first one 3? Say again?
Yeah, it was. The first one was F3 equals -7 and F -3 equals 23. And it says find 4.
Mm-hmm.
F4 equals, and then it's blank.
Right. So you're going to handle this the same way you would handle that other one. You find your slope first, and you're talking about 23 minus -7, and then -3 minus 3. So you would do that, find your slope, and then use this formula. Try not to give you all the answers to find your equation, just like we did this one. And then you just take 4 and plug it into the equation that you find to figure out what y is.
And I did that, but I don't know why it did not work.
What you end up getting for your
That's
slope?
crazy. For my slope, let me find through my papers. I got, it's right here. I did, I got -5.
All right, so that's what I got right there.
Right, I got -5. Then after that, I plugged in y minus 3 equal m, and then I put x parentheses x minus parentheses -7, and then I did y minus 3 equals -5 parentheses x minus parentheses -7 parentheses, and then I put y minus 3 equals -5 x minus 35.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct so far?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then after that, I did +3 on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I did y equals -5x minus 32.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did -5 over -5 on both sides. And then I have x equals 64.
So now you said, hold on, -5. So now when you were right here, you were done with your equation. So what were you about to do next?
Oh, I was about to do -5 on both sides. So that means I was done?
Yeah, but now you plug in 4. You had your equation. That's your equation right there.
Oh.
Yeah, you had
Oh my gosh. For real? So I did the most.
it.
Oh, wow. So all I needed to do was plug in 4? Are you serious? Sometimes I be doing too much. Okay, so then I just have to plug in 4?
Yep.
But where did I get the 4 from?
That was from the original problem. Remember it says find f of 4? Whoa.
Oh, right. See, I kept on going with the problem instead of the problem was taking control. Minus 32, and it's -52. Please let this be -52.
That's what it's supposed to be. So
I think I got it. It's wrong.
You put -52?
Yes.
All right, so let's see what's going on here. Let's see. That's -20.
-50.
Let's see, did we leave off a negative anywhere? That is -5. That's -6, -5, that's 3, add 3, 35. Make sure I'm not missing anything. And you make sure, and all your signs originally are okay. Got 3 and -7, -3, 20, positive 23. It's 30.
Positive 23.
For Y2?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Okay.
23.
So we plug in
minus
-7. That's
30.
3 negative 7.
And negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. And then I do 30 divided by negative 6 is negative 5. Yeah. And then for M is negative 5, right?
Right.
M is negative 5.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know why it's not,
So
I didn't get the answer.
share your screen again. Let me see what you got going on. I'm gonna stop my share.
Okay.
Probably something small, just like last time.
This. You see it? My share my
Yeah, we
screen.
got 3, negative 7, and negative 323. You want to find 4. 3, negative 7, negative 323. And you said negative 52 was not. So you put in negative 52 again. Let's see what happened. So it doesn't want negative 52. So where is it that I see 3, negative 7, negative 323. So let me go back. 3, negative 7, negative 323. 3, negative 323. So we did 23 minus negative 7, right? And then negative 3 minus 6. So that should be fine. So that's 3, negative 7. We are missing something. What are we missing? I know it's something small.
I'm trying to find that out. Like,
4. But this is the process. It's just that we just missing something small. So we got 23, negative 7, which is 30, negative 3, 6, negative 3, 3 is 6. Right. And then here, let me just try something real quick. So now, if I do 23, negative 3.
ooh.
It's positive. That's going to be a positive. Because 23 was y, right? Yep, 23, negative 3. Hold on.
I don't understand. Ooh.
23, negative 3. That's what it is. Okay.
What?
We plugged it in wrong. We plugged it in wrong. We put 7 with
Really?
X. Yeah, I was, we did 7 over here, but that's for X. 7 is our Y. I can erase this.
Can I write down what you have on my notebook? Because I'm writing everything on my notebook.
Yeah.
So maybe
You see right here, if we're going to use, I didn't want to use that. Give me that back. All right. So if we're going to use 3, negative 7, that means negative 7 goes here and 3 goes here. We did it the opposite. When you gave it to me, I just flowed what you had. The 3 is X and the negative 7 is Y. So that should be Y plus 7 equal to negative 5. X minus 3, then we distribute. So it's Y plus 7.
So you did it.
Say it again.
So you did. I'm writing it down. That's all. Writing it down.
Yeah. I mean, the process was right. We just.
The process was right, and then you.
It's just that we had these switched. We did 3 over here and 7 over here. So we had them in the wrong spot.
Oh, because the -7 is y.
Right.
I don't know why we didn't notice.
Well, I know I did. I was listening to you. That's why I'll just make it, it's just all your fault.
5x plus 15. And then -7 both sides. And then y equals 5x plus 8. Oh, then we have to plug it in. Like I said, I was about to do 5 on each side. And then 4 plus 8. Oh, that's a negative. -5, and that's -20 plus 8, and that equals -12. Oh, I hope this is right.
Who you telling?
It probably is.
It got to be right.
Yeah, it got to be. Come on. Is it right? It's right! Yay! I don't know why we didn't notice that. Oh. Okay, and so my last problem I have that I need help on is, so after, do we have a test we have to do pre-test?
Now, if you're talking about that review test, remember all the review tests, I post them, but they're not mandatory that you do them. So are you talking
But they're
about
for like extra credit, correct?
Right, you score 85 or better, I'll give you extra credit. But they're not mandatory.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I do the extra credit, so then. And that was just 10.2, homework 9, that's it. And then I'll just do the 11.1, 11.2 on my own because I haven't did those yet. I mean, I did the lectures, but I have to do the homework, and I'm gonna do the homework later.
Okay.
But I just need help with 10.2 and the homework 9, and then I'm done.
Okay, so let me see if this is.
And I have to do the lectures 12.3 too, because I missed that.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
But you're getting it done though. You're getting it done. So is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says find the slope between. Oh, is this it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, did you have something to say?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna ask, like, real quick, if I could share my screen, so I could show you what problem, I got stuck on.
Okay. All right. Hold on. What problem are you dealing with? What number?
10.1, and it's question number 4.
Okay. So let me, since I got hers up, let me go ahead and answer a question about this one, and then I'll let you share your screen.
Okay.
All right. So write a sentence that states. So your slope. So Ms. Regine, so your question here, you said, now what was your question on this one?
Okay, so I got the slope. I found, it says find the slope of line between 2 points shown on the graph. And so it's on the first point I have is 0 and 100. So 0 is X and 100 is Y. And then for and then the other one is 20 is the X and 0 is Y. And so I got -5 and I got that right. But I was not able to find the slope means the value of the house decreased by ... and I didn't find it. And so I was confused of why I didn't find it.
Did you put 5 in there?
I don't know. Yes, I put 5 in there. Yes.
And it didn't mark it right?
And it still was. It did not mark it right, and I was confused.
So now hold on, let me make sure. Oh. Now let's look at the time in years. Now maybe it's 5,000 because we look at the value in thousands of dollars. So maybe it's 5,000 that they want. You see what I mean? If you look up here on this right,
Okay.
it says value is in thousands of dollars. So maybe it's 5,000 that they want you to put there.
Let me put that in. I probably use the answer. Let me see. Decreased by. Okay. Oh, shoot.
That was
It's
it?
right.
Look,
Thank you.
I'm gonna need you to not be so
What?
surprised
I don't
when I give you a right answer, because that's like the third time you were surprised that I gave you a right answer.
know. Wait, can you tell me again how you got 5,000? So I'm going to write it down.
Yeah, because right here, look, you notice how it says on the left-hand side, it says value in thousands of dollars. When you look at
Value
right
in
here on the
thousands.
left.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's all. So everything is in thousands. So that's 50,000. That's 100,000. That's 150,000. So any number you get is going to be in the thousands. So that 5 actually represents $5,000.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. Thank you so much for helping
All right.
me.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Glad I could help.
I have to do my lectures 11.1, 11.2, and my home test, my pre-test and test, and then I'm done. And then
All
after.
right.
But thank you.
Sounds good.
Do
Not a
we
problem.
have a test for this week?
I think I posted this one already, 10 and 11. But I haven't posted 12s. So 10 and 11 is all you have up to this, up to this point as far as tests are concerned.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
When are you going to send 11.3 because, 12.3 because my computer was buffering so many times and I only got parts of it done for the lectures.
So
only got parts of the lectures done.
I will make the attempt to do it this evening. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning. I should have time tomorrow morning to do it.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you do 12.4?
No, 12.4 we'll do next week.
Okay, and then we'll do the test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm done for today. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, not a problem. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you
Get words.
right so that you can. Oh, okay, it's letting you do it. Cool.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was doing this, and then I could have sworn this is like the right setup.
All right, so you have x plus 1, so -5 plus 1 is 4, so that's 4, that's right. -3 to 2, that's right, 0. Now that 0, that should be 0, 1, okay. Now this -1 down here.
Right here.
Yeah, why do you have that one?
Oh, it's not supposed to be there.
Nah.
Is that might be the reason.
Yep. And then that's 5 plus 1, yep.
Oh.
So that was it, man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that one. I'm pretty sure I could do these because I have the Slater thing that I was talking about where it helps me doesn't show like the exact answer, but it helps me like get the concept of the formula. So I have that with me to help.
Okay.
I have a bunch I gotta catch up on because internet here has been just absolutely abysmal. We had a blackout and everything in this world, so like that's why I'm like so far behind with all this.
Gotcha.
Show you what I have to do because I was hoping if I don't want to rush through these though, but is it okay if you can give me until Monday or Sunday night at like midnight to do to catch up with these?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I probably would just, what's the date? It's the 18th.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, probably gives you what, 28th? That's 10. I mean, is that good enough? 28, 10 days?
Okay. Yeah, to the 28th. Yeah, that's fine.
Or did you think you need more than that? You let me know because I haven't seen how far you are behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the 28th should be good because I have to do this.
Oh, so you okay with chapter 7 and chapter 9 then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well then that stuff is, you see how it says May 7th, that stuff is still open right now. So yeah, you don't need an extension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all you gotta do is, go get in there and knock it out. I haven't
Oh,
set any type of due date on anything else yet.
perfect. And then how's my performance overall in that class? Like, I don't know what my grade is. I'm trying to like write down like all my grades and
All
stuff.
right, click on grades and let's see what
Okay.
they show up.
I didn't know if like you calculated yourself too.
Yeah, I do that, but um, your test grade is what? That's 81 average. Oh no. Let me go in. Hold on 1 second. Look and see
This
what I
is like
see.
the max of like all the homeworks.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going into
I
your
was gonna
story now.
say because I was gonna say as I saw 60 right there, I was like, there's no way.
So you got an 83 on the first test,
Mm-hmm.
72 on the second test. So that's where most of
Oh, the points
the
come from.
bulk of your points come from. I look at your test grades first, and then I go from there. So that means you have a 77 average. And so let me see your homeworks. So you're doing your homeworks at a decent. So if we're just talking about up to chapter 9,
Mm-hmm.
then you would have a B average.
Oh, B? Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, you have a B average up to chapter 9. But of course, you got to get the other stuff in
Mm-hmm.
to, solidify your grade. But yeah, you're in a decent place. You just got to get caught up.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
All right, not a problem, sir.
And that is all I have for today. So I appreciate it,
All
man.
right, not a problem. You have a good one.
Oh, you too.
All right, take care.